So I'm here in Finnish Lapland. I will be working here as a tour guide for a Swiss tour operator. But there's like literally nothing going on. Do you think there will be some guests arriving? After checking the airport transfer and the airport itself, we drove to Levi, where our guests will spend their first night. So we are staying in Levi for the night at a nice hotel, which is a very nice room. But the best thing of the room, let me show you. After sleepless nights because of the sunlight at night, it's finally possible to close the curtains so that there will be no sun. So I will actually be staying in that room every second week when we pick up the guests from the airport, and I'm looking forward to have a look at Levi because it's actually a famous ski resort. So looking forward to see how Levi looks like in summer. So it looks like winter only just left here. Oh, fondue and cows. That almost feels like in Switzerland. Then we looked for an open pub for a drink. Wow, it even looks like it's open. Time to try a Finnish gin and tonic with Arctic berries. So in the end we did find a pub which was open, but the season didn't really start here yet neither. But we did meet some Canadians who are working in a local mine around here, and they said winter here is really busy, and also in summer it might get a little bit more busy afterwards. Well, I guess. Actually, by the way, it's like we came out of the pub and it's still so sunny, it's almost unbelievable. It's 10:30 now. Woo! The next morning, we checked out what Levi has to offer for our guests. How about a fat bike rental to explore the surroundings? A ride on the toboggan run? Or just enjoying the view? There is also a nice little open-air museum. So this is a traditional home of the Sami culture. And this is a shelter for storage, built, elevated, just like the houses in Switzerland in Valle. It's like the entire ground is covered by, I think, blueberries, like future blueberries. And we found a beautiful spot for our guests to have a coffee. Then it was time to drive back to our home base Saariselkä, which will be the next stop for our guests. The drive there takes about 3 hours. Around halfway, we spotted the nice-looking Cafe Arianna, which could be a good place for a stopover with our guests. So we give it a try. There is gluten-free cloudberry cheesecake and salmon crepe. And back at our home village Saariselkä. Heavy traffic.
Then we went to our partner agency to organize our weekly nature walk and a traditional cultural evening for our guests. But first, they've offered us a city bike to get around the village.
Oh, maybe we should have got mountain bikes instead of city bikes. Ah! Woohoo! Yeah.
Anyway, back to the partner agency to organize our weekly nature walk and traditional cultural evening. They have just changed the winter to summer signage, so we could check out our route. The weekly tour will include some interesting information about flora and fauna.
Mikäs nykyään napue?
On the way, we were invited to drink directly from the crystal clear water. We also discovered a nice floating accommodation.
Let's see if I remember the code right.
Including a small kitchen.
Thing what you don't have here is the shower. So
No.
and that toilet is how should I
Here I
say?
have a toilet, but it's not really.
No,
On the roof, you can remove the curtains to see the stars and northern lights, if it ever gets dark. It also offers a special feature.
so
Okay.
let's see if I can open it up.
Thanks to a hole in the floor, you can fish directly from your bed.
Nice. It's registered as a boat officially.
Oh, sure. I will.
Now, let us check out the traditional kotta, where we will have our traditional cultural evening.
My friend were having a yoga festival, a yoga festival. Wow.
At the same time, when we are preparing the food, depends, of course, if we have two guides or one, and how many customers.
So, we are all set for our guests. The next day, we took part in a wild herb course to verify if we can recommend this course as a special activity for our guests.
Right.
So, let us get the ingredients directly from the wild.
And this one they used for dental care, but nowadays usually we just infuse it with oil.
That's supposed to be good. Oh wow.
It takes 1 to 200 years to make a pill of 3 hours.
The entire trees from the same tree family keep on filling it?
Yeah.
Surprisingly, from the pine, the birch and the juniper, there are many things that taste good.
That's a boy. And now we're finding a lady.
It's a juniper berry.
So obviously only the ladies have the berries.
So you can also try the soft tips of juniper sprouts. The tips are quite soft, but the older ones, they are spiky.
Back to the garden for a few more ingredients.
So the one was the red in the end.
Even parts of the grass can
But
be
you
enjoyed.
can put it in the different kind of liquid. This is called rosenrot, rose root, Rhodiola rosarea. So this one is the original plant. This is a garden version. and this is from more north, and this is similar plant that you can also eat. From this one we usually use the root part.
So that's supposed to be good to get energy, like the root of it.
We need a mosquito spray break. Some mosquito spray action. Okay, so now the idea is to make a fire with a lot of smoke to scare the mosquitoes away.
So let us move on.
I'm wondering what we're doing out of all those things. From the birch tree, from the pine tree, and from the blueberry tree. Not really a tree, is it?
Let us get some ingredients for a salad.
I need a handful of sorrel.
Sorrel, that looks promising.
And some birch leaves to add. Also some pine tops for the salad dressing.
Now it would be nice to add some juniper.
In addition, we use them for a tea. Same with the leaves of the blueberry plant. We add some of our ingredients to make pancakes with natural flavors.
We have some nettle, some creamy sauce and some fish, then salad to the side. That's beautiful.
And a dessert with wild berries. Including some meadow grass for decoration. Here we go. So we were very satisfied and included the course in our information booklet that we made for our guests. We also set up an information desk directly in the lobby of the hotel where our guests will be staying, next to a Christmas tree in summer. Well, at least they decorated it with summer decorations. And then it was time.
So the first charter flight, the first direct flight from Zurich to Kittilä just left. So our guests are coming.
But how do I get back to the airport?
So I'm now here at Ivalo Airport, where there's absolutely nothing going on. And I got a car here.
And the funny thing about this car is that I need to reallocate it now from Ivalo Airport to Kittilä Airport, where I will pick up our customers.
So that's like a total win-win, as I can use the car, which needs to be reallocated anyway, and I will get to Kittilä Airport to pick up our guests. So let's go!
Let's have a short break here as the drive's 3 hours.
I'm making a quick stop at Lintulontopolku, I guess.
These will be future cloudberries.
Will there be any tourists like arriving somewhere? Well, I got some guests to pick up. So now I brought back the car, and now it's finally time to pick up our guests who will be arriving directly from Zurich to Kittilä Airport.
And here they come, our first guests. We have set up our welcome sign and our driver is ready for the transfer. So, what will the guests experience? Watch my next video to find out. And don't forget to subscribe and hit the like button. Safe travels!